House-made black garlic ranch. Ranch is awesome. I love ranch. We put it on everything, pizza, dip chicken tenders in it. Anything you want to do, you can pretty much dip in ranch, anything you want to eat. But black garlic ranch is something just a little bit cooler, it's a little bit different, and it's got a ton of flavor. Let's make some black garlic ranch, and we're gonna pair it with a vegetable crudité. So we're being healthy. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about black garlic. What is black garlic? It's garlic, but it's been cooked at a really high temp for a long period of time with high humidity, and it makes these little black garlic jelly-like. They kind of have a molasses balsamic flavor. They smell amazing, and it's gonna give our ranch this umami depth. So if you don't like black garlic, you don't want that kind of balsamic-y, molasses-y ranch, you just want to keep it like a regular ranch, this is still the best ranch you could ever make. This black garlic ranch is gonna have more depth, more flavor, more umami, and this is really easy to make. All you need is all the raw ingredients, and the only reason we're doing a blender, not a whisk, is because I want this black garlic to kind of incorporate into the mix, not just be clumps of the black garlic. I really want it to be part of it. So this is a super simple recipe. We're gonna go, I would say, I don't think we need all these for what we're gonna do. I think we need about let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8 cloves of black garlic. I would say, I don't think we need all these for what we're gonna do. I think we need about let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8 cloves of black garlic. Then we're gonna do half a cup of sour cream. We're gonna do half a cup of buttermilk. Half a cup of mayo, heavy duty mayonnaise, Hellmann's, or half teaspoon garlic powder. Half teaspoon dried dill. We're gonna go fresh herbs too, but this is gonna give it that super fun depth of flavor. So when you use dried herbs are gonna have more depth, more umami flavor, just give it that punch. And when you use fresh herbs, that's gonna give it more a brightness and freshness to it. So I'm using dried dill, which is gonna give it just really balanced depth of flavor. And I'm gonna also use fresh dill, which is gonna kind of brighten it up and give that fresh dill flavor. Two different flavors completely, is dried herbs and fresh herbs. So you kind of want to use them to your advantage. I like the flavor of dried dill, and I like the flavor of fresh dill. So we're gonna use fresh dill in a minute. So what do we do? Half teaspoon dill, dried, half teaspoon garlic powder, half teaspoon onion powder. All that goes in. Now I'm not gonna put my fresh herbs in yet because we're gonna blend this on high just to make sure that black garlic kind of incorporates. Because if you put all the fresh herbs in there now, it's literally just gonna turn it green. It's gonna be like a puree. We don't want that. We kind of want all that fresh herb in there at the end. So all that goes in. We're gonna give this a blend. Real quick blend. That black garlic, that's amazing. It already smells like ranch you'd buy at the store. So we're gonna go a tiny bit of basil. I would say, I'm not even gonna use all this. I'm gonna go with about 3 large leaves of basil, because basil's not a classic thing you'd put in there, but I like basil in my ranch, and I like fresh dill. So we're just gonna go fresh dill. This is just gonna be, let's just have fun. Little fresh dill. Chives can just go right in there. I'm just gonna do a real quick chop. Because we are gonna put this in there and blend it, but I'm just gonna do a super quick blend where it's not even gonna emulsify, it's just gonna kind of help chop it up. Because I wanna keep it, I want you to see those bits of dill and bits of chives and basil in the ranch. You want people to know you made it from scratch. You did all this work for it. You want people to know it. So I'm just gonna give that a little stir. We're gonna go tiny bit of lemon zest. Let's say the zest of half a lemon. And the juice of half a lemon. So, black pepper, I mean, there's measurements for it, but I like, if you watch any of my videos, I love black pepper, so I go a little harder on the black pepper. I'm gonna do like several cracks of black pepper in here. A pinch of salt. If you need like a measurement, I would say this is about a half teaspoon of salt. And we're just gonna go a little itty bitty baby pulse because we don't want to break this stuff up. We just kind of want to incorporate. So I have it on like, you know, setting 3, and I'm just gonna do a quick pulse. Done. A little more. Done. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to basically stir it for me. So another thing you can do, now this is where we get fancy. You don't have to do any of this stuff. This is, I'm making these videos for the home cook, but also I'm making a little bit, if you're like a home cook and like you really want to step up some game, this is also for you too. So this is good as it is. This tastes amazing. But let me give you some little tricks. This is xanthan gum. This is just gonna thicken it up a tiny bit and give it that consistency. I just did a little bit. I mean, I don't even know what that measurement would be. Like, I don't even know if that measure out to a gram. Probably half a gram or something like that. I mean, I would say, I don't even know how much that is. Just a little tiny, tiny, tiny bit of xanthan gum to this amount. And we're just gonna blend this, and that's gonna thicken it out, and that's gonna give it that consistency you see when you buy that store-bought ranch, and it's like thick, and it just comes out, it's like that really viscous thing. That's gonna give it this. So this is our black garlic ranch. Now, since we've been blending it up and I had all the ingredients out, you're gonna see how thick it is, but you put it in the fridge overnight and it's gonna be like way thicker. So this is still pretty thick ranch. Look at that black garlic. That's a great, not just flavor, it's got like a really cool color too. So there's your black garlic ranch. I mean, it's gonna get even thicker than this in the fridge. I always make a bunch of it because it lasts forever. So basically the crudité platter is just a bunch of raw vegetables on some ice, put a little ranch in there, you can do some hummus, but I like to pair mine with like old school Midwest, just like a bunch of vegetables in a bowl with ranch. Everybody's just going by and dipping it in this ranch, and now you have a black garlic ranch, which is gonna be even cooler. So get yourself a bowl, get yourself some like really fresh, crispy vegetables, and I'm gonna show you a little trick to when we put some ice in our bowl so it doesn't melt as fast. A quick tip, you don't want your ice to melt that fast. Put a towel or a paper towel or like a black, beverage napkin at the bottom, and this prevents your ice from melting too quick. I learned this just from working in restaurants, that I'd always see, this is when I first started out, I'd see, them put out a platter of like seafood and they put towels at the bottom, and it just prevents it from, it kind of absorbs some water, and it makes it so like the ice just melts a little bit slower and lasts so much longer. So we got our napkins in there, we're gonna grab our ice. So I'm gonna make a little well for my black garlic ranch, and then just kind of push your ice up against, kind of break it up if it's big clumps like this, push your ice up against your, whatever your bowl is for your ranch, so it kind of makes it like the centerpiece. Beautiful. And also those paper towels in the bottom of there will make it so not just like melt a lot slower, kind of makes the ice just kind of sit there, which is, because if you just had it before, if I just had ice in here, it'd kind of be sliding everywhere. So it just kind of helps it sit right there. So then we just take our fresh vegetables. We have our radishes, these are just fresh radishes I got from the market. And I'm just gonna kind of shove them everywhere in here. Just right in the ice. I have some asparagus. I'm just gonna kind of shove in there every which way. No rhyme or reason. Just kind of get everything in the ice. Some broccolini. Shoved in our ice. We're gonna do some carrot. We have to have some little baby tomatoes. Just kind of shove in there. I grabbed some, these are Italian sweet peppers. They're not hot at all. Look at that, got a little ranch on. God, that's good. Good job, Brad. Thanks, Brad. Great goddamn Brad. All right, so there, and then I also have some like snap peas. Let's do a little more asparagus actually. So there you go, your beautiful crudité platter, which is just raw vegetables cut up, shoved in the ice. The ice keeps it nice and cold, but it actually also makes it look really cool. Looks like you put some time and effort into this. And our black garlic ranch, which to me, I think this is like, I love fresh crudité platters like this. This is to me by the pool. I always say by the pool because that's like, I associate anything like fun and fresh is by the pool. So this is by the pool. This can be like at any dinner party. This is just a really cool, fun way to do crudités, and black garlic is just it's a little bit different. And when you make your own homemade ranch, you can actually do two different batches. You can do your own homemade ranch and you can do a black garlic ranch if you don't want that like kind of balsamic molasses flavor. But I think it takes the ranch to a whole nother level. And you can just see how beautiful it is. It's already starting to thicken up because it's getting so cold from that ice. So our ranch is getting nice and thick. So I'm double dipping, but I'm double dipping because it's mine. I'm the one eating this, so I can double dip all day long. To be completely honest with you, I double dip all the time. Even when I'm in an environment with a lot of people, I'll double dip. I'll say I won't. I mean, I didn't double dip, but I'll triple dip. I'll triple dip. I'll just make sure no one's looking, but I'll double dip. So if you can get a party, you know you're getting whatever I got. So double, triple dip. That's what they're gonna start calling me.